Trying to see something real quick. Man. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Last couple times I tried to go live. They saying they couldn't hear me. I'm gonna make sure y'all can hear me. Tap in, let a nigga know now before I take off. Yo, y'all can hear me? I'm about to speak on this shit, bro. I need to make sure y'all can hear me before I take off, though. Somebody comment. Let me know if y'all can hear me, dog.
Can you hear me, dog? We can hear you, dog.
Y'all saying everything but that. Okay, finally. Goddamn. Okay, y'all can hear me. I bet that up. First thing first. We still in grandstanding. Everything's still real. You know what I'm saying? Chomp that we around here. Just see what that bitch say. See the same piece of bird. We take no L. Flawless victory. You know what I'm saying? I'm really surprised everybody going so crazy because all the niggas was standing on like business. You feel me? All the did was get out there about their shit and where I'm from, the type of with what I grew up around. That's regular everyday shit. But apparently, I don't know if it's just for rap or what it is, bro, but yeah. So there's a full rundown. That's how the shit went down. Every year, for the first home game of the season for the Buccaneers, every year for the first home opener game, you know what I'm saying? I do a big tailgate and I give away shit. So I was out there with my dog, Saucy Finger. Shout out to bro. You know what I'm saying? We was giving away food. We was giving away drinks. We was giving away motherfucking clothes, all kind of shit, all flicking it up with the fans, with the jits, taking videos, making content. I was already on my Mr. Friendly rapper shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's a from St. Pete who be making like funny videos. He pushed up on me and said he wanted to make a video with me, and it was a girl that made content. They wanted to make a video in front of the stadium. I was with my, because everybody keep asking me like why I was by myself. I was with my, I walked away from my dogs to make this video with this fan. You know what I'm saying? So that was my fault right there. And then when I was on the way to the stadium to make the video with the first, some more flagged me down and asked me to make a video. So when I get over there and I see what they got going on, I see they gambling. I told Buddy off top, I was like, bro, I don't gamble. And I turned to walk away. He grabbed my shoulder, was like, nah, bro, ain't nothing like that. We just know you got motion, you feel me? I want to throw this bitch on TikTok. And I guess he wanted to power up off the clout. And I wasn't tripping, so I was like, okay, we can rip it, you know what I'm saying? Because he said it was free. Out of his own mouth, he said it was free. So then he going through the motions. He was like 1,000 for 1,000. I ain't get 1,000, bro. All this shit went down over like $500-$600. Because I just went in my pocket and grabbed whatever doors I had. I ain't get blues. I just went in my pocket, grabbed, gave him whatever doors I had. I ain't counted, he ain't counted. If we gamble, then you gonna count the money. You know what I'm saying? If you saying it's 1,000 for 1,000, you gonna count the money and make sure I just gave you a band. I just pulled out the cash. He ain't counted, I ain't counted. And we just making it look like we gambling on TikTok. But as time go on, like, they got me sitting here like a long ass time. Mind this bullshit ass game that I told him I didn't want to play. So I just got tired of it. I was like, yo, bro, I'm finna slide, bitch. I need my cheese bike. He was like, nah, you ain't getting that bike. You lost it. And I lost it. I told you all top I wasn't gambling, bro. You said you wanted to get some content for your TikTok, so we over here making it look like we gambling. Cause I ain't even really put up the cash that you asked me to, bro. And then really like
these guys tried to scam him. Like, come over here. We just try to level up off the TikTok. Oh, now we gambling. Sound like he didn't even put any money in the pot.
Ain't nothing. Ain't getting this shit back. So then once I could tell Buddy wasn't finna give me my shit back, you know I had the jewels on. So I walk away. I get a jewelry to my little dog. I told little dog go across the street because I know at the stadium they probably got polices and security and all that type shit. I ain't even want to risk a man with my jewelry at all. So I just told little dog go over there. Alright, so
yo, top of the morning, Nabarro.
Then you got the female.
Kind of slow day to day. I'm just scrolling through.
Later, you know what I'm saying? And then I got the one that was there with me to make the original content. But this is my first day meeting Buddy. He from the city. He could have jumped out there if he wanted to, but I guess he felt like he didn't want to. And I already knew I was finna go. So I wanted to call my dogs and see if I could get them over there. But at the same time, I'm seeing that these look like they finna get swift. They looking like they trying to get somewhere. So I didn't have the opportunity to even try to get my I just knew I had to go. I had to go right then. Otherwise,
Yo, top of the morning, Dante.
So I push up on Buddy, bro. I'm trying to get my shit. I'm really hoping to say some.
Dante, I've been waiting for you to pop up. I seen you going hard in the chat last week against Ricky. You gonna be going hard against them tonight?
Shit like, damn, bro, it ain't even worth it, dog. You can have your money back. But he really didn't want to give me my shit back, so I rushed him and I went in his pocket. I hit him, and then I hit him in the face with an elbow.
Nah, being busy's good, though. Being busy's good. You'd rather be busy than not busy.
I hit him on the ground. Next day, you know, hitting me in the head with chairs and all that old shit. For a minute, I tried to cover up. I was trying to see if anybody was going to help out. But it's like, I knew, after a while, like, them niggas kept dinging my ass. I knew wasn't nobody coming, so I was just like, fuck it, bitch. And I went in the pockets. I get in the pockets, I grabbed the cash, I pulled the cash out. I think I put it in my pocket. I might have kept it in my hand, dog. And I just kept hitting elbows. And then once I had the cash, and I knew I was going to get up out of there, because everybody kept saying the police were coming. I hit with a good 4 or 5 of them bitches, dog, stood over and slid. Got up out of there. Got up out of there before Troll came. But to be honest with you,
I just trip on Ricky's little vest he wears. Like that vest doesn't fit.
Cracker wasn't even really tripping.
It's like just so like, it's like peacocking, right? It's like just so out of place.
I ended up in that predicament, just, you know what I'm saying, like showing love. You know what I'm saying? I had been doing that shit all day long, like the street. I mean, I never would have went for that, but as a rapper and having fans,
out here, right?
You know, they be asking me to do all kind of different shit, you know what I'm saying, for their social medias or for whatever particular hustle.
We'll see if he switches up the
vest. If I buy some food, I'll take pictures.
Like, I always made fun of vest until I started riding my motorcycle, and then it's like, bro, it's like perfect when it's like cold outside but not too cold, or like warm but when you're going fast it's cold. Like a vest works perfect. But besides that, just in SoCal, there ain't really no need for a vest. But he does live by the beach, I guess, in his defense.
To tag you know what I'm saying? I tag local rappers, I do.
No, yeah, you gotta put everyone through the initiation.
It didn't really seem irregular to me that a want me on their TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But I still ain't gonna let that stay in my brain. I'm still finna with who me. And on top of that, I just think it's good that a bitch know, you feel me? I'm going to go behind mine. 10 times out of 10, I'm going to go behind mine. I ain't about it, homie. Like I said, where I'm from, this is regular everyday shit. Like, I can't even believe the internet reacting the way that they...
He got a gnarly-ass scar right here, though, huh? Like, this fool's been through some shit.
It did, because I just did what I expected, what I would expect to do. You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, gnarly scars.
Yeah, that's that.
I wonder where the scars come from, man. Look at those. Damn, whatever that is, bro, that was something gnarly. Man, I was tripping on this. Bro, look at this. I seen it this morning. It was at 1.9 million. In like 3 hours, it's at 2.4. But this is pretty trippy, bro. This fool breaks it down.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now have acquired proof that the FBI's official story is false, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We're gonna have an entire monologue and talk about a lot of these things after I show you this, but if you take nothing else away from this video, you need to see this.
And in that video, you can see the same, what appears to be the bullet coming down, and it does line up with the actual gunshot itself. So you're not counting gang violence. Great.
Okay, it looked like it could be a 2x4.
So this video was created by a friend of mine who is a Marine. You'll see him here at the end. This is the angle he is showing the shot coming from, showing where Charlie was sitting, and the angle of the shot, which will correspond with this video here, which unfortunately we will blur out Charlie's face, but we will show what is necessary to prove that this was an entry and exit wound.
If this is all true, like, the autopsy should show a different entrance and exit
wound. So you'll see him circle the highlighted area right there.
Oh, for sure, bro. For sure, he's definitely well educated in the no jumper lore. For sure, for sure.
And you'll see the exit wound corresponding after, split second after, as it would from an entry and exit wound. So in this footage, you can clearly see that Charlie is shot from his back.
Has the autopsy been published yet from the shooting? I just seen this thing, bro, and I tripped out like, bro, 2.4 million in a day. Like a lot of people are clicking on this shit.
Back right, and there's blood splatter coming out of the entry wound immediately after a shot. The first
Top of
arc
the morning,
is kind
quick.
of down, as if it's just gushing out from the entry wound. And then the second shot corresponds with when his head kind of snaps forward. That fluid then flips up in relation to that motion, so you can see there's that second splatter flipping up into
Brandon
the air.
can talk though, bro. That's one thing. That
This
man
is
can talk.
something that I hadn't seen to this date. I saw this for the first time late in the evening yesterday, and I decided that this needed to be put out immediately because no one that I know of is talking about this. So big shout out to my friend who actually found this and created this video.
I mean, how Brandon's like adding up his numbers and all that. Like, I don't know, man. A little far-fetched. I don't know what he thinks. Yeah, well, he just got to parlay that into his own shit. Like, bro, he'd be going live. Like, when I clicked on it, like live, like every 3-4 days sometimes. One time it said hasn't been live in 5 days. Like, bro, you should be parlaying all this. Every time you come on No Jumper, you should be going live right after. Like, building up your own shit. That's what you got to do. Especially, like, for the host. It only come a little bit, bro. Like, you got to use that to help parlay your shit.
You'll see him here in just a moment. But let's just one more time look at this shot. You see bullet comes in that circled area. You have the blood splatter go down, then up. And then immediately after, you see the exit right here with the skin being pierced. And then the exit wound emerges. And again, that is not a far distance for a bullet to travel, whatever the caliber is, whether it be 5.56, 308, 30-06. It's not even a debate at this point. It doesn't matter.
Charlie Kirk's ring switching fingers. I mean, let's Google that shit.
What caliber killed him. What matters is that the official narrative is not true. Again, whether the FBI knows or not that they're lying, but this is 100% conclusive evidence that Charlie Kirk was shot in the back of the head, and it exited through the front of his throat. All of the evidence points to Charlie being shot from his back right. Now, including this little blood splatter that we can see here against the white backdrop, the extreme hemorrhaging from the front of his neck, which again corresponds with an exit wound, the extreme loss of blood. No matter what the caliber is, that distance, that amount of meat is not enough for most bullets to expand. I mean, 99.9% of bullets will not expand in that short distance. Most of them require 12 to 14 to 16 inches even sometimes of tissue to expand properly. Also, Charlie tensing up correlates and proves that he was hit in his spine. It's a spinal injury. Any of the game that I've shot in the neck or in the high vitals where you impact the spine, the game usually drops right in its tracks because you sever the spinal cord. This is again exactly what we see with Charlie. He tenses up. His head movement also correlates with being shot in the back of the head. His head snaps forward, and then he tenses up, and you see him fade away, drop the mic. And
AI is crazy, bro. Some of the shit, there's some things I look at, like, they got this guy doing, like, a handstand on a motorcycle, and one video I looked, bro, I was like, what the hell? And then I looked, and it said AI in it, but I was like, bro, that thing, it had me fooled for a second. But, yeah, we just need this Charlie Kirk's autopsy to come out, and I guess, hopefully it's not more conspiracy material. Because, yeah, I mean, bro, that far away, there got to be an entrance and an exit, right? There got to be an entrance and an exit. But I think right here, is this it? The one you were just talking about? Oh, he plays. I mean, that could be like something when he's nervous. My wife used to always play with her wedding ring. She ended up like dropping it, breaking it. The diamond got all cracked. We had to get it replaced. But she used to just sit there and like fucking fiddle with it, and it'd always fall off. But right, he hinged ring, similar to it. Yeah, like my wife. But here it says fake. He had on white shirt with vest under. Oh, yeah. So this is, obviously, this ain't that same day. What the hell's a hinge ring? It's not like a fidget ring? Yeah, but I mean, this one's from a while ago. What's a hinged ring? I've never heard of that before. Hinged ring. Oh. Weird. Installation of hinge shank to engagement ring. Swipe to watch. Reconstruct the platinum ring. Now we're just going down rabbit holes. Oh, wow. So maybe it's... Oh, I wonder so it never comes off. Maybe they put it on and there's only one way to get it off, so you can't really take it on and off if you got big-ass knuckles. But yeah, I guess it's like a style. It's like a style of ring. Damn, trip out. Yeah, we just need this damn autopsy. That's what we need. Oh, on the back so you could play with it like this, kind of. But this is a trip, bro. You see they canceled YoungBoy's show? What's this guy talking about? It's great. They canceled it 2 days before he got there. But remember, I think we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. Because in Chicago, I'm sure there's a bunch of dudes don't like him, but then there's a whole other side of the people that don't like those guys that probably like YoungBoy, right? They had to put a fentanyl on the tip of the bullets. Yeah, his Chicago show, they canceled it. And then I seen yesterday on Academics, because right here it said no bags at all, clear bags. Here, let me just read it. The concert at the 23,000 capacity venue is part of the rapper's Make America Slime Again tour in support of his latest album, which works its way across North America through November. The cancellation followed the venue's announcement of stricter bag policy for the show, whereby no bags would be permitted inside. For the NBA YoungBoy show on September 24th, bags of all sizes, including clear bags, will not be permitted inside the venue. A message on the venue. Frequently asked questions page said, we recommend traveling light and only bringing essentials like your keys and wallet, or leaving larger items and bags in your car. So everybody could just go breaking into, bipping all the cars. Don't bring anything inside. So that tells all the bippers, we're going to get rich that night. So reps for the rapper and his label did not immediately respond to Variety's request for comment. His agents wrote on Instagram, super disappointed in the United Center, City of Chicago with their decision. But then I seen, like, last night, Academics posted some girl, Kylie Carucci or whatever, was performing, and they could bring diaper bags, they could bring, like, small purses. I mean, I get it, though. Like, YoungBoy is going to attract a bunch of bullshit. I mean, I don't get canceling it, but I get, like, not being able to bring bags in and all that shit. So this is why they're saying it has a long history of drug and weapon offenses, and last December was sentenced to 23 months in prison for being a felon in possession of a firearm, stemming from a 2020 gun charge in Louisiana, along with 5 years of probation and a $200,000 fine for a gun charge in a separate Utah case. However, he was released under house arrest in March and received a presidential pardon 2 months later. You remember when he got in the high-speed pursuit right there in Tarzana by the Whole Foods? It was like on the news, but that's like a mile from my house. I remember when the helicopters are going and the Citizen app said high-speed pursuit, and then later on that night I found out, like, oh shit, that shit was YoungBoy. I think he was like hiding in bushes or something. I think he just like got behind him and he just popped the clutch, and then I think he jumped out at some point and was like hiding in the bushes or something. But that's dirty work, bro. Like, why did they even let him book a show there just to cancel it 2 days before? You know, like, I mean, and what would the answer to that be? Like, obviously, they want to try to pack as many people in the United Center that they can. But what if they only had, like, half occupancy that night? And then he just did a few days of shows. Would that make them feel better? Oh, bro, if J-Bo was out on this tour, this shit would be crazy, bro. He would have Youngboy back in his old ways. They would just be out here thugging, bro. But yeah, it's fun. I haven't heard Wack bring up Incredible Diapers in like a month or so. I don't know if anybody got shot, but I think some shots went off. Let me Google it, but yeah, some shots went off. I don't think anybody got shot. NBA Youngboy concert, Los Angeles shooting. Yeah, so reports indicate a shooting occurred outside of an NBA Youngboy concert in Los Angeles. Location, incident happened outside the crypto. Chaos, reports and videos. This AI answer is so crazy. Reports and videos from attendees show people running in a panic. Because Adam and Josh and all them fools went that night, and I asked Josh, and Josh said when they got out the door, they just seen people running. They didn't really see shit. Yeah, no Adam today, so we'll see what the hell goes on. We'll see. I think it's just, I'm not even sure. I think it's just the regular cast. I didn't have to go in yesterday, so I'm not really too up to date. I just know, yeah, Adam ain't here, so we'll see. Social media account claimed that the shots were fired across the street from the venue and not directly at the concert. Yeah, it's probably dudes going to their cars, probably arguing about trying to get out of the parking lot faster than the other one. No fatalities. Yeah, see, there's no fatalities reported. So pretty much, man, it was probably Player Ways and G Money out there thugging. Oh yeah, this is I don't know if any of you are familiar with Jex the Joint's brother, El Moreno, but Mexicano. He does Spanish rap, but dude, that dude, I can't really understand much of what he's saying, but I fuck with it. But Drex the Joint speaks out after his brother El Moreno Mexicano was arrested for fatal DUI crash. Those that knew my brother knew he was a pure soul. Yeah, bro, if you really hurt somebody while you're drinking and driving, they don't play with that shit no more. Those that knew my brother knew he was a pure soul. It's a tragedy for both families. I'm still confused on why this happened. Well, he drank too much and he got behind the wheel of a car. Got behind the wheel of a car. And nowadays with Uber and black truck drivers and all this shit, bro, there really ain't no excuse to be drinking and driving. If you got money, there really is no excuse. I'm not saying if you don't got money, there ain't no excuse, but it's like, I understand if you're out partying somewhere and get a little twisted and then your ass got to get yourself home. You know, you shouldn't be driving, but I understand how somebody gets themselves in that predicament. Now, if you got money, bro, like, you should have just Uber. If you plan on having a drink, you should have just Ubered your ass there and plan to Uber home. Yeah, bro. My homie growing up, me and him used to go out all the time, bro. Right here, Universal Bar and Grill. Kelly Ann, man, she would take care of us. And me and this fool, bro, we would party hard, man. She would take care of us. Cheap bill. And just one night, like a lot of times, I always remember making it back to his house, dude. This is how hard we'd go. And one night, this fool was drinking, and he left, and some lady had her lights off. She was parked in the slow lane on the freeway with her lights off. And he just smashed into her, bro, and rest in peace to that lady. My homie actually had to go do like 6 years for it. And he been clean and sober ever since, and I think that shit really kind of fucked with him, because he goes, like, he got his plumbing license or whatever, and he always goes out to like the reservations and goes and does like free work on plumbing to help people that need it. And I've always just kind of felt like he does that just to give back for that shit that happened that night, man. Like, I could have easily been with him that night. I could have easily been driving. It just, you know, when it just happened to him. That's just how life goes. All right, so back to this. So he never got a handout from anybody. He built all this on his own. Now he lost it all within a snap. I'm hurt and lost for words. I can't believe it. They just tell you just takes one mistake for you to lose everything. But I keep asking myself, why, my brother? Man, it takes 1 second of a split decision. 1 second decision can change the rest of your life. Split second decision, bro. Fight or flight. And then obviously this wasn't a split second decision. Every time he drank another shot or a beer. And then it's like, dude, you ain't got like homies with you. Someone that's like, hey, bro, let me drive you because we got to make sure nothing happens to you. Yeah, I got 2 DUIs in my life too. My first DUI, I was 18. I just got my license. I got a pickup truck. And rest in peace, my homie Roic, bro. We went to the homie Ray's house, and I had 1 beer. But my homie Roic was drinking and taking shots, and we got pulled over, and they could smell I don't think they could smell me. I think they could smell my homie. He smelled like alcohol, but since we're both 18, you know, it's like no tolerance or whatever. So they got out. I blew like a .02. Just barely having anything in my system, but since I had that in my system, they didn't really give me like a full DUI. They took my license for a year and gave me like a wet and reckless or like, I don't know, some weird thing. Like I really didn't have to do all the classes. And then my second DUI, I was driving home, fucking got in an argument, driving, playing with the CD thing, bro, and I crashed right in front of a cop on the freeway, totaled my mom's car. I felt like such an idiot. But then, yeah, after that's one reason why I don't drink nowadays is just because I ain't got money for Ubers everywhere and I'm a bad drunk. I learned my lessons, man. Some people are good drunks. I'm not the best drunk. I got too many demons up there. So, yeah, I guess this is a mugshot. I wonder where this happened at. Following a oh, wow, downtown Indianapolis crash that left 1 person RIP. Damn. Posted by Nathan. Dual credits? I never seen dual credits on a news post. Nowadays, bro, those DUIs last for like 10 years out here, bro. They changed it. Back in the day, I think it was like 3 years or 4 years or something, and then they changed it to 10, bro. Like, fuck. Yeah, there ain't no excuse, man. With Ubers and everything, there ain't no excuse. Yeah, because it's out there. All this in California, all these things ain't public. It must be public out there in Indiana. Oh, was it his passenger? Yeah, it said he just got in an accident and left 1 person passed away. So, damn. So he killed his friend or someone that was with him? Man, that sucks. All around bad decisions. This is crazy. I know this is like a couple weeks old. I heard people like talking about it. And oh, right here, allegedly ****. But I even brought this up to my wife, and I was just kind of explaining this to her. And from what I was told, what I told her, she was like, that don't make no damn sense. Like, you're gonna have... Well, let me read it. Or let's listen to her.
It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? I'm like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there when I was wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your love instinct didn't kick in. They said, what I do is C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Don't worry. Where your mother instincts was at then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did. You did that. So don't do that. When I encourage you, I keep asking you, leave me alone. She want to play with my children now, right? You play with my children, talking about my grandbaby, like. And you know what's crazy? We would never talk about Krishan because he's special and we really love him. But yo, you are foul. You are foul and disgusting. And how you are.
Man, this lady looks like she's on something, bro. Mumbling and stumbling, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. The truth is finally out. The main caretaker's sister has spoken. She was present during the birth of this child and was given permission to listen in her medical information. Apparently, Krishan had chlamydia and refused a C-section. If you didn't know, giving birth with the STD puts the child at high risk for blindness and many other lifelong complications. We all know something was wrong with the poor baby, but it's just so crazy how they're just so in the limelight, and this poor little kid's just like in the limelight, and everyone's talking about him, like, and it's all from decisions she made. Like, just trip out. What kind of like society we live in, bro? Complications. We all knew something was wrong, and I'm right here reading it too, so I'm part of it. Complications. We all knew something was wrong with this poor baby, but we never knew the truth. It's far more disturbing knowing she could have prevented it, but didn't because of cosmetic reasons. If you ever had an ounce of hope in Krishan being a good parent, I suggest that you get a mental evaluation. There was never a sign of positivity since day one. But then I was like, when I brought this up, I told my wife, she's like, I'm pretty sure you can get antibiotics while you're pregnant. So why didn't she get antibiotics while she was pregnant? No, yeah. My second DUI, I had the same story the other day because it was long overdue and I just didn't take care of it because I just didn't do nothing. And I just told the fucking police, like, let me go to jail. Or the judge. But why wouldn't she take antibiotics, bro? My mom said when she was pregnant with my oldest son, they told her she had chlamydia, and if she didn't get antibiotics, my brother would have been born blind. That's the reason why she had a C-section. But why wouldn't you take antibiotics to clear it up? And how in the hell are you getting chlamydia while you're pregnant? I mean, I guess you could have a dirty baby daddy, but... This entire family needs to get off the internet and get in prayer. The way they expose each other is wild. Everything is not meant for the internet. I agree. But if it wasn't meant for the internet, then we wouldn't have a bunch of shit to gossip about. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, it's hard to detox on the street, bro. I've never been able to really accomplish it. Send my ass to jail and take me away from everything. It'll be the worst couple weeks of your life, but fuck it. I feel like you become in dream state. After like a few days of kicking and not sleeping, it starts to like, you remember it like a dream, kind of. Bro, I was in Wayside on the triple bunks, and I'm kicking, so I can't sleep. And I got this like 300-pound black dude above me, snoring and farting all night long, bro. And I can't sleep because I'm kicking, so I'm just like right there, like, bro, brr, snoring, brr. I'm like, oh my God, bro, this is what my life has come to. A bunkie that snores and farts all night long. Oh, well, I remember the Bonnie Lachey name, but is that just... Blueface likes him to have chlamydia, so they're always giving him a round of applause? Wow, all these women, like, saying, like, not gonna lie, my cousin had an STD while pregnant, did not have a C-section, baby was born blind. But why aren't they giving him antibiotics? Can you not give a baby antibiotics? Let's see. Can a pregnant woman take antibiotics for the clap? Yes, a pregnant woman can and should take antibiotics for chlamydia to treat the infection and prevent complications like preterm birth or issues for the baby. As antibiotics used during pregnancy are generally safe and effective for the mother and child. Commonly, antibiotics include some crazy name as a first choice option, amoxicillin or clindamycin as alternative. So this is just pretty much like her not giving a fuck or something. And like, how you just gonna walk around with the clap? Like, what? None of this makes sense, bro. They need to, I don't know, man. Hopefully Blueface stays away from her, dude. But, I mean, I've never had any of this, but if you have it, like, doesn't it, like, put off a smell? And is the clap the one that you, like, drip from your dick, or is that gonorrhea? I mean, I don't even know what the difference. What's the difference between the clap and gonorrhea? What's the difference between the clap and yeah, I know STDs over here myself. The clap is a slang word for gonorrhea. Oh, I thought clap was slang for chlamydia just because it both got C in it. A sexually transmitted infection caused by the bacterium. The difference is simply one of the terminology. Gonorrhea is a medical term for the disease, while the clap is an informal historical nickname for it. Oh. Well, what's the difference between chlamydia then, I guess? How the fuck do you even smell? How do you smell? How do you even spell chlamydia? Don't they got it up here? CHLA. CHLA. Nah, we're getting to the bottom of this, dude. The gonorrhea is caused by, something, while chlamydia is caused by, so they're both just bacterias. While both can be asymptomatic. Maybe she was asymptomatic. She's a carrier. You gotta watch out for those asymptomatic people. And share some symptoms. Gonorrhea has a shorter incubation period and more severe potential complications such as a higher risk of antibiotic resistance and infertility, while chlamydia is more common in the U.S., can also lead to serious health issues like what's his name? Al Capone had one of these, right? And they had no cure for it back then, so he just kind of went nuts. Yeah, I don't know if any of y'all seen that movie of after he got out of Alcatraz. That fool was all fucked up, bro. He was like, just all fucked up. Yeah, he had syphilis? Yeah, he had one of these, right? Both can cause abnormal discharge, a burning sensation during urination, pelvic pain. Many people with either infection may have no symptoms at all. Discharge. Gonorrhea discharge is more likely to be thick, yellow, and with chlamydia, discharge is typically white, watery, and thick. Incubation period. Gonorrhea symptoms usually appear sooner, within about a week, whereas chlamydia symptoms take up to 2 weeks to appear. Now, well, there's a movie where Al Capone got out and he lived in Miami. See, after being released from Alcatraz in 1939, Al Capone spent his final years in seclusion at his Florida estate. where his health deteriorated significantly due to untreated syphilis, eventually leading to his death from pneumonia and a stroke in 1947. So once they released him, you got an extra 8 years of just like wandering around his house. Yeah, but Adams, yeah, he's caught it a couple times, I think, bro. Trip out. I mean, I guess, I don't know, man. I'm a germaphobe, kinda. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. If I was not married, I ain't fucking around now, but when I was younger, if some bitch ever got me, bro, I'd never trust that bitch again. Like, yeah. I mean, with Adam, a lot of shit, like, and he's even said it a bunch of times before. He's willing to do what the average person isn't, say and do, which, you know, that helps him carve out his lane. But, I mean, I already know what my number is, bro. Like, if someone was like, I'll give you $30K a month, like, I'm not going to try it, talk my wife into it or whatever, and figure it out and do it for fucking free or for a couple $100 and try to build it up. But if someone was like, I'll give you 30 grand a month, you guys give us 3 or 4 tapes a month, 1 tape a week, I would fucking figure out how to do that shit. But I've kind of thought about it just one day, like, what would my number be? Man, you give me 30K a month, I'll hopefully talk my wife into it and give you 4 clips a month. But ain't no one gonna do that, so it doesn't really make sense. But in my mind, I was like, what would the number be that I would maybe like, fuck, bro, figure this shit out? This one's kind of crazy, bro. Fucking, I think I've heard this shit before, but even Elon's a fucking weirdo to me. Oh, wow. Look at the name. Earl Musk. Is everybody in their name start with an E? Or everybody in their family? Earl Musk, a 79-year-old father of billionaire Elon Musk, has been accused of sexually abusing 5 of his children and stepchildren since 1993. What a piece of shit. But even, like, Elon, bro, to be the richest person, like, rich off stock, like, I wonder who the richest person is that's, like, liquid. Like, if people wake up tomorrow and sell off all their Tesla stock, he's broke. Like, who could weather the stock of a storm crush? People that own property, maybe? I don't know. Maybe, like, privately owned companies. Yeah, I've never really liked any of the Musk. What should I Google that? What's the XA30754? Elon Musk has been accused of this 5 children, stepchildren. Since 93 times investigation found family members have appealed to Elon Musk for help. What? The allegations against his pops involved 5 of his children and stepchildren whom was accused of abusing in South Africa and California, according to the police. I mean, how old's Musk? Like, how is this guy still even having kids around? That's what we gotta, like, look into. Like, bro, you already raised kids and you got more kids around? The earliest accusation was in 93 when Errol's stepdaughter, then 4 years old, told relatives he had touched her at the family house. A decade later, the stepdaughter said she caught him sniffing her. What a fucking creep. Some family members have also accused Errol of abusing 2 of his. Recently, as 2023 members and social workers attempted to intervene after this then 5-year-old son said his father had. Wow. And it's like, bro, and they just keep letting this dude off? Like, if this was anybody else, bro, they would probably lock him up, at least get charged something, and then now you got social workers involved, and, like, where's the charges, bro? Maybe the New York Times will get him to, like, charge him or something, but And it's crazy. The New York Times reporting on something that's happening in California. Like, where's the LA Times on this? Or does Elon Musk own the LA Times? Fucking creep. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the answer is, bro, but they got to get this guy away from the kids. That's for sure. Throw his ass in jail. Oh, does Elon take care of this dude? Or does Elon beef with him too? Yeah, I remember that, right? Like Elon's grandpa was supporting the apartheid or whatever. Man, what a trip, bro. What a crazy fucking world we live in, man. This is pretty crazy. I don't know if any of y'all seen this pop up, but they were trying to take out New York City's communications.
This believes it disrupted a plot that could have collapsed the entire telecommunications system in New York City. And law enforcement sources tell ABC News it's believed to be connected to the Chinese government. Officials say several individuals, including at least one with direct access to the president, began receiving threats this spring. In recent weeks, investigators tracked those threats to multiple locations in and around New York, where they said they seized hundreds of servers and more than 100,000 SIM cards. Enough equipment to send 30 million anonymous text messages every minute. Overwhelming communications.
They found empty apartments with servers and server walls capable of making millions and millions of phone calls in and around New York City and the world that could potentially cripple New York City and other parts of the world.
There are no arrests yet. The apartments where the equipment was found were empty. Investigators suspect the alleged plot is the work of a well-organized and well-funded group that law enforcement sources say is believed to be linked to China. Now, the Secret Service is still working to determine what all the equipment was meant to do and whether there was a specific target. But as one official put it, guys, the potential for disruption to the country's telecommunications posed by this network of devices.
And it's like, you know, back in the day, now I feel like it's a lot better. But you remember back in the day, if there was ever a group of people together, like you go to a concert, you go to like a parade or something, none of your phones work because everyone's trying to use the same cell tower. So that's pretty much what they're trying to do is just overpower it. But I feel like whatever they do now, everything's got way better. Like I haven't been in a place where I couldn't send a message in a long time.
Cannot be overstated. This morning, the U.S. Secret Service believes it disrupted a plot that could have collapsed the entire telecommunications system in New York City. And law enforcement sources tell ABC News it's believed to be connected to the Chinese government. Officials say several individuals, including at least one with direct access to the president, began receiving threats this spring. In recent weeks, investigators tracked those threats to multiple locations in and around New York, where they said they seized hundreds of servers and more than 100,000 SIM cards.
What would Trump do now?
Enough equipment to send 30 million anonymous text messages every minute. Overwhelming communications.
They found empty apartments with servers and server walls capable of making millions and millions of phone calls in and around New York City and the world that could potentially cripple New York City and other parts of the world.
There are no arrests yet. The apartments where the equipment was found were empty. Investigators suspect the alleged plot is the work of a well-organized and...
Is it live somewhere? Oh, it's probably on YouTube live somewhere. Trump.
And I must congratulate him again.
Leaders were entering.
Thank you very much.
Is worrying. The most effective way, which would also
Economic calamity we inherited from the previous administration.
Trump embarrassed us. What do you do now?
And record-setting inflation like we've never had before. Under my
they're downplaying his stupid thing yesterday that he the Tylenol thing and autism. I mean, I don't doubt it has a part to play with, but I see all kinds of people shutting it down. And you got on here to, I don't know. That was a weird one.
Leadership, energy costs are down. Gasoline prices are down. Grocery prices are down. Mortgage rates are down. And inflation has been defeated. The only thing that's up is the stock market, which just hit.
She just looks so like not wanting to even be there.
In fact, it hit a record high 48 times in the last short period of time. Growth is surging, manufacturing is booming. The stock market, as I said, is doing better than it's ever done.
Shit.
And all of you in this room benefit by that. Almost everybody.
Yeah,
and importantly,
inflation's
workers'
fucked, bro.
wages are rising at the fastest pace
It's like, bro,
in more than 60 years.
My wife's work,
And that's what it's all.
They want to start out like 3%, 5%. I don't know, bro. Some crazy shit like, bro, inflation right now per year, raises aren't even matching what inflation's going up. If they want to raise your rent and then everything fucking else goes up and they want to charge more for car insurance, bro, like it's crazy, man. Like I'm married, 2 kids, living life, trying to work and take care of it. And I'm like, it's rough, bro. It's crazy.
All about, isn't it? In 4 years of President Biden, we had less than $1 trillion of new investment into the United States. In just 8 months since I took office, we have secured commitments and money already paid for $17 trillion. Think of it, 4 years less.
I always wonder. I wonder if Trap Lord coming to America, if he paid or whatever, however it works. Because you know how they were saying back in, you could just pay and come here and he'd give you citizenship or whatever.
Less than $1 trillion, 8 months, much more than $17 trillion is being invested in the United States. And it's now pouring in from all parts of the world. We've implemented the largest tax cuts in American history and the largest regulation cuts in American history, making this once and again the best country on earth to do business. And many of the people in this room are investing in America, and it's turned out to be an awfully good investment during this 8-month period.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to find out because I don't know if federal taxes just went up or they made a mistake. But if the federal taxes went up, then I'm on this dude's ass, bro. Like I'll be at all the protests and everything, man. I think it was just a mistake, but if those federal protests went up, then Trump, we got a problem, bro. Or those federal taxes went up, we got a problem, bro.
In my first term, I built the greatest economy in the history of the world. We had the best economy ever, history of the world. And I'm doing the same thing again, but this time it's actually much bigger and even better. The numbers far surpass my record-setting first term. On our southern border, we have successfully repelled a colossal invasion. And for the last 4 months, and that's 4 months in a row, the number of illegal aliens admitted and entering our country has been 0. Hard to believe, because if you look back just a year ago, it was millions and millions of people pouring in from all over the world, from prisons, from mental institutions.
I mean, well, it's gonna help the military complex or something. I don't know how it's fully helping me, charging me more out of my check.
Drug dealers, all over the world they came. They just poured into our country with the ridiculous open border policy of the Biden administration. Our message is very simple. If you come illegally into the United States, you're going to jail, or you're going back to where you came from, or perhaps even further than.
No, it's crazy. When me and my mom moved to California, it was just me and her. She made like a couple $100 over what the rent was, and she tried to go get like not welfare, because I get but pretty much food stamps and shit like that, and they told her no. Bro, it was crazy. Like she didn't make that much more than the rent. She has me, and they told her no, and you know that's when I just started figuring how to get it myself. I seen one of my friends do a little something, and I was like, oh, that's what you, okay, I see it. And I just chased that for years.
And that, you know what that means? I want to thank the country of El Salvador for the successful and professional job they've done in receiving and jailing so many criminals that entered our country. And it was under the previous administration that the number became record-setting, and they're all being taken out. We have no choice. And other countries have no choice because other countries are in the exact same situation with immigration. It's destroying your country, and you have to do something about it. On the world stage, America is respected again like it has never been respected before. You think about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or 1 year ago, we were a laughingstock all over the world. At the NATO summit in June, virtually all NATO members formally committed to increase defense spending at my request from 2% to 5% of GDP, making our alliance far stronger and more powerful than it was ever before. In May, I traveled to the Middle East to visit my friends and rebuild our partnerships in the Gulf and those valued relationships with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE and other countries are now, I believe, closer than ever before. My administration has negotiated one.
And you see, like, Saudi Arabia, Turkish Hala Shalik or whatever, the guy that's doing all the sports events, they have said they're trying to get away from the oil and trying to build their country up off of something else. Tourism, obviously, but they're going to have a football game over there in Saudi Arabia.
Historic trade deal after another, including with the United Kingdom, the European Union, Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Indonesia, the Philippines, Malaysia, and many, many others. Likewise, in a period of just 7 months, I have ended 7 unendable wars. They said they were unendable. You're never going to get them solved. Some were going for 31 years, 2 of them, 31, think of it, 31 years. One was 36 years. One was 28 years. I ended 7 wars. And in all cases, they were raging with countless thousands of people being killed.
Wow, you see what the frickin' poll is? Should NATO countries shoot down Russian jets in their airspace? I'm just curious what people are saying.
Cambodia and Thailand, Kosovo and Serbia.
Wow, 60% are saying yes.
And Rwanda, a vicious, violent war that was. Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, and Armenia and Azerbaijan. It included all of them. No president or prime minister, and for that matter, no other country has ever done anything close to that. And I did it in just 7 months. It's never happened before. There's never been anything
Never
like
happened
that.
before.
Very honored to have done it. It's too bad that I had to do these things instead of the United Nations doing them.
Yeah, I got a homie
sadly,
from Poland. He actually came here, like I guess as a refugee or something back in the day when the war was going on, but he came here when he was young. But yeah, they're from Poland, and they came asylum, that's what it's called, asylum.
in all cases, the United Nations did not even try to help in any of them. I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of each and every one of these countries, and never even received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in finalizing the deal. All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen, but she's in great shape. We're both in good shape. We both stood. And then a teleprompter that didn't work. These are the 2 things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter. Thank you very much.
You don't use a damn teleprompter anyways, Trump.
And by the way, it's working now. It just went on. Thank you.
Oh, he's talking about right now?
Just do it the other way. It's easier.
Oh, yeah. This doesn't look like America.
Much.
The background.
I didn't think of it at the time because I was too busy working to save millions of lives. That is the saving and stopping of these wars. But later I realized that the United Nations wasn't there for us. They weren't there. I thought of it really after the fact, not during these negotiations, which were not easy. That being the case,
You're looking old as
what is the
hell.
purpose of the United Nations? The UN has such tremendous potential. I've always said it. It has such tremendous, tremendous potential, but it's not even coming close to living up to that potential. For the most part, at least for now, all they seem to do is write a really strongly worded letter and then never follow that letter up.
Wow, what's
It's
it mean?
empty words.
Is your
and
local
empty words
ABC
don't
station
solve
carrying
war.
Jimmy Kimmel tonight?
The only thing that solves war and wars is
Are some stations
action.
not playing them?
Now, after ending all of these wars and also earlier negotiating the Abraham Accords, which is a very big thing for which our country received no credit, never receives credit. Everyone says that I should get the Nobel Peace Prize for each one of these achievements.
Calm down, Turbo. Calm
But
down.
for me, the real prize will be the sons and daughters who live to grow up with their mothers and fathers, because millions of people are no longer being killed in endless and unglorious wars. What I care about is not winning prizes, it's saving lives. We saved millions and millions of lives with the 7 wars. And we have others that we're working on, and you know that. Many years ago, a very successful real estate developer in New York, known as Donald J. Trump, I bid on the renovation and rebuilding of this very United Nations complex. I remember it so well. I said at the time that I would do it for $500 million, rebuilding everything. It would be beautiful. I used to talk about, I'm going to give you marble floors. They're going to give you terrazzo. I'm going to give you the best of everything. You're going to have mahogany walls. They're going to give you plastic. But they decided to go in another direction, which was much more expensive at the time, and which actually produced a far inferior product. And I realized that they did not know what they were doing when it came to construction, and that their building concepts were so wrong, and the product that they were proposing to build was so bad and so costly. It was going to cost them a fortune. And I said, and wait till you see the overruns. Well, I turned out to be right. They had massive cost overruns and spent between $2 and $4 billion on the building and did not even get the marble floors that I promised them. You walk on terrazzo. Do you notice that? As far as I'm concerned, frankly, looking at the building and getting stuck on the escalator, they still haven't finished the job. They still haven't finished. That was years ago. The project was so corrupt that Congress actually asked me to testify before them on the tremendous waste of money, because it turned out that they had no idea what it was, but they knew it was anywhere between $2 and $4 billion as opposed to $500 million with a guarantee. But they had no idea, and I said it cost much more than $5 billion. Unfortunately, many things in the United Nations are happening just like that, but on an even much bigger scale, much, much bigger. Very sad to see. Whether the UN can manage to play a productive role, I've come here today to offer the hand of American leadership and friendship to any nation in this assembly that is willing to join us in forging a safer, more prosperous world. And it's a world that we'll be much happier with. A dramatically better future is within our reach. But to get there,
like
we
just
must
empty promises,
reject the
like
failed
everything
approaches of
much,
the
much
past
better, way,
and
way
work
better.
together to
Like,
confront
bro,
some of the greatest
you could just say
threats
it'll be better. You
in
don't gotta like
history.
add extra.
There is no more serious
Adjectives
danger
to
to
it,
our planet today
or
than
whatever
the
the
most
hell.
powerful and destructive weapons ever devised by man, of which the United States, as you know, has many. Just as I did in my first term, I've made containing these threats a top priority, starting with the nation of Iran. My position is very simple. The world's #1 sponsor of terror can never be allowed to possess the most dangerous weapon. That's why, shortly after taking office, I sent the so-called Supreme Leader a letter making a generous offer. I extended a pledge of full cooperation in
Oh, wow, he's
exchange
talking for a long-ass
a
time.
suspension of Iran's nuclear program. The regime's answer was to continue their constant threats to their neighbors and U.S. interests throughout the region and some great countries that are right nearby. Today, many of Iran's former military commanders, in fact, I can say almost all of them, are no longer with us. They're dead.
I'm just gonna have to wait for the highlights, unless y'all want me to keep playing this. But the little poll right there brought this up. I thought they were bringing Jimmy Kimmel back everywhere, but I guess only certain places. I guess the Sinclair group that owns some ABC stations, they're not fucking with him, so he won't be on there. Sinclair Broadcast Group confirmed that its affiliate stations, which include almost 40 affiliates across the U.S., would not be showing Kimmel's return and would instead replace it with news programming. Damn, trip out. The decision to pull Kimmel from the air came as national debate on political memorials, free speech protections, and responses to political violence followed conservative activist Charlie Kirk's September 10th assassination. Yeah, I mean, I seen what they were trying to say he was saying, bro. I think that was a reach. Because I guess Disney owns all the ABC, so they said Kimmel would be returning. But it's weird. I guess if you, like, own a certain broadcast group, I guess you got power over what's on your channels. So, some news people just got promoted. They're going to be on the news at that time. So, this is them. Map showing affiliate stations owned by Sinclair. Reading. I think that's like, Eureka. That's where my mother-in-law lives. Oregon, Portland. Yeah, they have a bunch on the East Coast. Well, yeah. Mid-East. I didn't know it worked like that, though. I didn't know if somehow you own your own little stations that you got control of that. I thought they were all just kind of under the same thing. Damn, that's a lot of them, though. Man, trip out. Trip out.
And 3 months ago, an operation use almost anything.
Did everybody
but they
leave?
Don't like wind.
They don't want to hear this
But
shit.
They sure as hell like selling the windmills. Europe, on the other hand, has a long way to go, with many countries being on the brink of destruction because of the green energy agenda. And I give a lot of credit to Germany. Germany was being led down a very sick path, both on immigration, by the way, and on energy. They were going green, and they were going bankrupt. And the new leadership came in, and they went back to where they were, with fossil fuel and with nuclear, which is good. It's now safe, and you can do it properly. But they went back to where they were, and they opened up a lot of different plants, energy producing plants, and they're doing well. I give Germany a lot of credit for that. They've said this is
St.
a
Brown
disaster
from
what's
Germany.
happening.
Man, I don't know if
They
any
were
of y'all
going
seen
all
the
green.
Detroit
All green
game last night.
Is all bankrupt.
St. Brown was on it, man.
And it's
That
not
fool could
politically
ball.
correct. I'll be very badly
And I don't
criticized
know
for saying
if
it,
any
but
of you watched it, but at one point he caught a touchdown, and he said, "This my house," the N-word, and you could totally hear it on camera. I wonder if they're going to get a fine for that.
I'm here to tell the truth. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm in New York City.
Oh, you're swinging and banging?
I'm feeling a lot safer. Crime, we're
Swerving.
getting crime down. And by the way, speaking of crime, Washington, D.C. was the crime capital of America. Now it's after 12 days, it's a totally safe city. Everyone's going out to dinner. They're going out to restaurants. Your wife can walk down the middle of the street with or without you. Nothing's going to happen. My people have done a fantastic job. And yes, I called in the National Guard, and the National Guard took care of business, and they weren't politically correct, but they took care of business. We got 1,700 career criminals out, brought them back to where they came from, the countries where they came from, or put them in jails. Washington, D.C. is now a totally safe city again, and I welcome you to come. In fact, we'll have dinner together at a local restaurant, and we'll be able to walk. We don't have to go by an armor-plated vehicle. We'll walk right over there from the White House. They've given up their
We'll waltz right over there from the White
powerful
House.
edge, a lot of the countries that we're talking about in oil and gas, such as essentially closing the great North Sea oil. Oh, the North Sea, I know it so well. Aberdeen was the oil capital of Europe. And
Yeah, I start to just like tune it out after a little bit. I'm like, bro, ain't none of it making sense to me after a while. I'm just kind of like, all right.
I said, you're sitting with the greatest asset.
It's easier when someone just kind of clips it up for me because he just starts babbling, dude. Like, and I don't know if that's like part of what they try to do is just babble so everybody kind of just tunes out. The No Jumper Reddit been a little slow lately too. Let's just scroll through it. So tonight we got Ricky, Young Ant, Pam. Pam's the star of the show, huh? Lush and Munchie B. Lush got the You're in Hiding shirt on. That's funny. We're gonna find out. I think they'll almost 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. I don't know if they're gonna almost go like 4 when Adam's there. Cause that's like his once a week to really get on there and shoot the shit. So we usually go a long time when he's there. So wait though, look, right? The Sharp Tank had good looking women, crazy, but good looking. That's what's missing at No Jumper, the woman. Bo, Jay, and the Mexicans that push buttons and cameras, they should stay there. Talk shit about Brandon while he not there. It's Gunner for me, though, calling people a nerd lame, like he's cool or something. Gunner, don't say... But is this... Bo's been in Hawaii, so I think this is kind of old. I'm not sure. I don't know whoever this is, but they love bringing up Big Ski. My girlfriend of 4 years has been acting really weird lately. She's staying longer at work and meets up with friends. Dun, dun, dun. Jesus Christ in this bitch. Dinner and drinks with your hyena. Sharp's going at Trap Lord now. Sharp says he'll slap the Harry Potter out of Trap Lord Ross because he feels Trap keep playing with his name during the No Jumper Elimination Day. I mean, bro, it must be a slow news day if you're bringing up shit from like a month and a half ago.
Like what? Trap Lord Ross, I never had really no problem with you, homie, no beef. Anything I ever had something to say to you, I said to your face. Thought me and you was respectful. But you keep like bringing me up, dog, and doing little weird shit, and that's cool. I ain't even tripping, homie. That's how some of you white boys get down. I know you don't really mean that shit in real life. You just keep playing that little role, them little gay-ass games. I never said nothing bad about you, dog. Anything I ever had something to say about, I said it to your face. You should have let that hey, rest or forever hold your piss. I never talked bad about you, Trap Lord. What's up with you, gang? Like a won't slap the Harry Potter right off the top of your head. You need to chill. Get your little alfalfa tweaked. Don't like, what's wrong with you? I never had no problems with you. I'm cool with you. You always cool. You should have been like, you know what, fam, that ain't cool. You just want to be sharp. Why can't you even say that? If you don't just try to respect.
Oh, he's mad at Big Church.
Money off of. Respect all of them. You gonna talk about me, bro? I ain't got nothing against you. I never did. Like, what's up with you? Anything I ever had to say to you, I said to you, man to man. He's a sucker, bro.
He repeated himself like 4 times.
Flacco even was looking at the.
Oh, has he not been streaming for a while? Is that why he's tapping back into old shit?
This shit's a joke, bro. Like, there's no way. Just don't do it, bro. Like, come on. We all move along. We can all move along, bro.
Now this fool loses, comes back the next day.
Yeah, it's funny. It must have been a slow news day because they're bringing up all this shit. This was from that No Jumper elimination stream too.
Gets on the stream and says Lil Wayne jumped in his trans girlfriend's DM. He screenshots, shows the DMs. It's from back in 2021. What do we think about this? Because
soon as niggas say they ain't doing it for clout, they doing it for clout. It's no other reason. You talking about Lil Wayne, niggas disrespecting the legend for whatever reason. I don't even think, in my opinion, Wayne has to go out and search for women. Like, cuz don't have to really get in DMs. I'm not saying it ain't possible. I just really don't see it. And if he did, like you said, it's not even making no excuse. I just don't see it happening. And if unless they just didn't reveal that they was a tranny.
So this is his girl.
Maybe it just slowed news day, so everyone's going back on old shit. Because even last couple of days, I've had trouble.
But I'm saying on the IG,
there ain't really much popping right now.
At all. So I'm going back to maybe before Jess was on here. So a lot of this stuff is doctored up. A lot of this stuff is photoshopped out.
Did he actually fuck with her?
A lot of these trans look like real women. Some of these trans, the doctor done better than real women. You don't know they're trans. They've been doing this shit since back in Ricky Lake days and Jenny Jones. Y'all remember back then, they was training us back then when they used to have the trans come on the show. You had to guess who's the real woman and who's the trans. And a lot of them had surgery so good, you couldn't change. Well, the surgery is 100 times better now. So on Instagram, it's very easy to fool you into believing some of these trans are real women. Now, if Lil Wayne really even did jump in the DMs, like I said, if you go to the tranny's page, there is no notification or no sign of nothing of him being a trans. So if he did just jump in the DM, that proves nothing, number one. Number two, that don't prove he actually linked up, did anything, knowing that this person was trans. Number two. Number three, this was way back in 2021, before Jack Like Jess ever even got with the trans. So for him to jump out there and act like, oh, Lil Wayne know who the fuck I am, and he slid him out, knock it the fuck off, bro. The fact that you niggas sat there and let this goofy even disrespect one of our legends like that is crazy. Because it ain't even so much as defending Lil Wayne as it is defending our culture. First of all, you a fucking outsider, bro. You a fucking, you're a gay white boy that does gay sex for money. You're not about to come in here and play with this. Like, what? These niggas crazy, cuz. Niggas be trying to disrespect the culture, and this is why we got to draw certain lines in the sand, because we don't go to nobody else's culture disrespecting their legends like that. Why the fuck should we let that shit pass?
And even on top of that, it's just at the end of the day, nigga looking for clout off of Wayne. Got on no jumper platform, feel like they had a moment, I'm gonna catch a moment or try to catch a viral moment, and that's exactly what they was looking for. At the end of the day, yeah, we know what Wayne did with Birdman, but I still don't put that tranny stuff on him. I'm not gonna do that. We all know what the fuck going on. Wayne has some. If you just go through,
it's a cool looking dog right there.
Baby mama's got some shit, and I don't really
like
see
that dog
really coming out to play. Playing with people, and you playing with a
nigga
looks
like
Wayne. If Wayne really wanted to be on that, if he was a nigga, he can just drop a bag, could make y'all
like a Rottweiler cross with like
playing with a nigga name
a
in the
pit
public,
bull
like,
or
this
something.
Man has kids and all type of shit. Let's say he did DM the tranny, and let's say he did know. What the fuck is the point of you putting that information out there though? Because this is what he's doing in his private life. Just because your weird ass came out and exposed yourself, and now you the laughing stock of the world. It's like Misery Love Company. You want Wayne to join in on you? What he doing in his private life is own cut. That's not for you.
If Jess wasn't even getting down like that, and he's trying to run around showing a picture from somebody else for years before he's even around, like, man, everyone's just clout chasing, bro, and lying their ass off. It's gonna get to the point where no one believes anything. Early on, they were like, oh shit, everyone kind of believe it. Now it's like, bro, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit. The donuts getting ready to hurt fat headface feelings just because we know he gonna let us. I don't know how the basketball clips go with it. Yeah, this was crazy, bro. I seen this. I think Playerways, I think he's still pretty young because G-Money just turned 18. I think Playerways is like right around the same age as him. These fools are just all tatted up, bro. They're just young fucking demons. I don't think Playerways is that old. So I don't really feel like this is that big of a deal if he's like the same age as G-Money, kinda. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, the more you respond to the chat and like know they get you worked up, especially on No Jumper with all them, the more they're gonna come at you. Oh, did he just turn 21? And then I wonder how old is this? Yeah, that could be a little awkward, huh? That could be a little awkward for sure. Yeah, G-Money just turned 18. He just got out the halls like a couple months ago, and I think turned 18 not too long after. Because when he got in that car accident, like maybe like a year ago now, or almost a year ago, like I'm pretty sure he went to the halls.
Got the customers in here making their own food, man. Everybody in here trying to help bro out. This shit crazy. Manager over here sleep standing up and shit. Me at McDonald's on Lindell, man. Check in. Look at my boy on the fries, cuz.
Oh yeah, McDonald's, once this gets out there and goes viral, dude, McDonald's is gonna come show up at this place. Bro, what's wrong with lady, bro?
Come on, baby girl.
The managers make pretty damn good money. Come on, homegirl's rest in peace now, Sabrina, but her family owned a bunch of McDonald's, and she almost went to like the McDonald's University to become a manager or whatever, because the managers make good money, dude. They gotta go to like some like university schooling type shit.
This shit crazy. Everybody just getting their
But
free meals.
like, she look like she got her car keys right there.
Teamwork make the dream work. She don't work here neither. I know that's right. That shit crazy. We live at the McDonald's on Lindell, man. I'm out this motherfucker, cool.
Damn, bro, that's wild. Yeah, it says 50 on here, but man, this is like 10, 15 years ago, and she told me she was like 90 grand. Maybe because of family hookup and they're gonna start her out a little higher, but she said it was up there. So crazy. This fool Jacklight just be posting himself in the Reddit. I had no idea they posted this. I do he's like, him and Brandon are like twins when it comes to this. I do numbers and I make noise every time I'm on No Jumper. You can't take that away from me, whether you like me or not or hate me. Agree or disagree? I mean, it ain't my place of business, but I don't think this is the kind of dude that helps No Jumper be No Jumper. You know, like, I don't think most of the people are going to be tuning in to watch that dude, bro. I don't know. To each your own, I guess. So Lush said Adam will not be there tomorrow for the Tuesday show. Damn. This one's pretty funny. This dude really had Wax scared for his life. He left Cali when bro got back and apologized to him on the phone when he was coming back to Cali. It was a play, nephew. It's good peoples. Zay Osama. What the F happened to No Jumper? The No Jumper show used to be funny, at least somewhat entertaining. Now it's just four washed up 40-year-olds and who never graduated college pretending they're political commentators. I was a weekly listener for years, but in the last two, everything you've put out has become flat out unwatchable. When the best conversations you got is a strung out 40-year-old battle rapper, you know the platform has completely fallen off. LFMAO. Brandon is the most unbearable host No Jumper's ever had. His fake, intellectual, right-wing, bargain bin, Nick Fuentes routine is the most... Do we got to click on it? Is there more? Oh, wow. This guy wrote a whole thing. It's sad, and the fact that you, Adam, think it's worth putting out says everything about how little you actually understand cultural media. Every time you speak on anything outside the drug-fueled parties or rap drama, it's sad as fuck. You're fried. You can't hold on thought outside of bikes, poker, drama, or porn. It's actually depressing. What happened to having younger hosts who actually knew what was going on? Why can't you hire someone with a real grasp of world events? Your content makes people dumber just by watching. Adam, if you're reading this, blow the whole fucking company up. It's a joke. It's embarrassing. sometimes I don't feel like people are really coming there to like learn and get up to date. They're just coming to pass the time and listen to some bullshit and people drama and argue. It's more like entertainment. I don't feel like it's like trying to be the news. I feel like it's more like entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So if you're coming there to get educated on nightly news with who does the damn nightly news show? I forget, but it's more of entertainment, I think. Whenever Aunt Hefe on Jump, all right, this is spelled weird. Whenever Hefe on Jumper, all dono should be about how big sad a rat like Thug, but you in pics and still cool with sad. He easily triggered and it's hilarious. I've been seeing a lot of people make this point lately. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a handful of chats about this. I don't really. I think he'd probably hang out with Thug too in the studio. I mean, I don't know. I doubt he's doing any work with Sad. I don't know if Hefe does work anyways, but I doubt anybody would do work with Big Sad. I didn't see what Gunner was wearing, so I don't know. Probably the glasses. Oh yeah, probably the glasses. Was this guy funny? I heard this guy's pretty funny. Yeah, they did Jalise dirty with this. Her hair looks all like shoo, shoo. Does she have a tattoo too? I wonder, are these all the bodies she got? She got a different name on each finger for all the bodies she's clipped. Yeah, I seen in the group chat they were saying, oh, he's hilarious, this, that, and the other. I didn't really get a chance to tune in yesterday, so yeah, I don't know. Jesus Christ. Is this him posting himself again? Jesus Christ. This guy is a trip, bro. Like, let me just go post myself in the Reddit and think that will make Adam want to have me back on. I mean, bro, he got 109 comments, but let's see what these comments say anyways, for shits and giggles. Oh, he be answering all these people back too. I think Adam and Lush are into that shit, though. They just joke it off when they're in a room with others who don't approve. I don't know about them. I don't know their personal life, but what I do know is I used to be that guy. I used to be that. Oh man, I used to be that guy. I used to be that guy that, you got to put a period or a comma or something. I used to be that guy that would make fun of men like myself. Period. Bro, and people like my girl. I used to spit on people like my girl. That's how disgusting of a person I was. Bro, he got to go take some English classes. Bro, I used to push them around. And this, like, bro, if you just grew up here in America, reading books a little bit, just, you should be able to just piece it together and figure out how shit works. I mean, and bro, you did it on your phone, man. Your phone probably should have told you where shit should have been. Bro, I used to push them around and everything, bro. I was a complete jerk off at one point in my life, and that's part of my story. I've changed, bro. I'm not like that anymore, but don't get it twisted. I'll knock a motherfucker's head off if they disrespect me or get funny. But generally, I'm just about replacing ignorance with intelligence and replacing judgment with acceptance. You say bro just as much through text as you do speaking. Yeah, I try to get bro, like, I was saying like a little bit earlier, but I caught myself. And he just be answering back everybody, bro. Like, calm down. I don't know, that's funny. I was reading this and comes off exactly how he speaks on the pods. Haha. That's funny, you realize that. I mean, if you want people to read it and not, like, second guess it, bro, you got to put periods and actually write proper English. Yeah, I say, bro, about I can't say the N-word because people get their panties in a bunch. If I talk how I really talk from where I'm from, so I replaced it with bro, feel me? the N-word coming out of your mouth just looks ridiculous, bro. Like, I don't, like, calm down. Now, I feel you completely. I'm the same way. I used to be down to jump, stupid, and take shit to a ridiculous level at the slightest sign of what I perceived as disrespect, just to prove to myself I wouldn't let anyone try me. Nowadays, I couldn't care any less. Only goal now is to retire by 35 with a few properties in my name. Yeah, brother, that's called growth. You should be proud of yourself. How the fuck do you say you're happy with your life and people are scared to be like you? You can't even keep it real and admit you are gay. Wow. So not only is he gay, but he also a piece of shit bestie, so desperate to have any man, namely straight, validate their womanhood so they betray their best friend. Hell, I'm a piece of shit. I don't think you understand how many people I help through addiction and mental health issues in my DM. But bro, you're loaded half the time. I guess maybe steroids don't count. If I read the title correctly, you're dating your ex's best friend. That's a piece of shit thing to do. And I love that you're finally out the closet. My ex cheated on me with over 30 dudes, so no, it's not. Man, this is just crazy, bro. Like, trip out, right? Trip out.
Yeah, they try to say a conspiracy theory. I don't know if you know Charlie Kirk. He's a big mainstream media guy.
Oh, yeah,
I saw an interview with him the other day.
I guess this guy was on the Liberty.
He got mad and yelled. He goes, "That's a conspiracy." He started yelling at the guy.
Yeah, well, Charlie Kirk is.
I guess I got like 10 more minutes.
Artist.
Yeah, how does it make you feel when you see someone that yell at a guy that asks about Liberty and starts yelling at him and says that's a conspiracy theory when you watch your friends die in front of your eye?
I think he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, what a scumbag, right?
Yeah.
Selling his soul for
This
shekels.
dude, Shields is crazy, bro. His Twitter is crazy. I mean, his Instagram's kind of crazy too.
He was in first grade.
I was in first grade.
Oh yeah, I kind of watched some of these yesterday. Oh, I think one was on here I forgot to bring up. Wax always trying to lead people into answers.
People, impossible as long as your heart is beating and you're living.
This is funny. This is definitely Wax dad saying a whole bunch of bullshit. This Wax rented father for the day. Do I look like Travis Barker, bro? It's funny, bro. People just save all these and just post them when they're bored, I guess. Yeah, I wonder if Wack can ever pull that strings and get Ye on the pod.
Not on my music. What we gonna do? I'd rather y'all be like, I'm killing 20 niggas and I'm fucking this many bitches. I'm doing all this shit. Then y'all saying some Black Lives Matter shit for my shit. Black Lives Matter is like worse than the devil to me. It's mind control.
Damn. What's Rapture? Something at Chipotle? Oh, I wonder what.
My baby.
I wonder what is this, Ruth Chris or something? Oh, is he supposed to come back? Let's look. The actual Jesus Rapture. Well, today's a Jewish holiday. My kids ain't got school today because LAUSD, they got a big Jewish population here. So a lot of the Jewish kids don't go to school on their holidays. So they ended up just starting to give us all those holidays off. I'm not sure what Jewish holiday it is, but it's one of them. Because I live right by a synagogue too, so on the holidays I'd be seeing them all cruising down the street. I don't give a fuck. Where were they going crazy at? That's the one thing, like white people, bro, there's so many different versions of us and all kinds out there. Like, I definitely ain't the same as a lot of them. Any of you guys see that Panama alien?
So this South African pastor had a vision and a dream. He had a dream where God appeared to him and told him that he is coming soon.
Don't forget to unlock your phone. If you are a pre-tribber like myself and you truly believe that Jesus is going to come and rapture his church here possibly within the next week, if not any day now, don't forget to unlock your phone.
You had
Is she seriously
a Venom symbiote?
Leave your passcode behind in case you get raptured. All right,
It
we're
looked
on
a little
Rapture,
like
TikTok,
bad
okay,
video
and the
to
reason
be
that I'm doing,
AI,
like,
but
talking head and
I don't
commentary
know. I
stuff
thought
is
it was
because
just probably like
I
a
was in the
fish or
hospital
something
for
caught
14
in some
days,
bullshit
and I
or
had this
something.
crazy surgery, so I can't be outside doing all the cool videos like I usually do. So we're just gonna sit and chill and talk, but we're gonna talk about the rapture that's allegedly going to happen today. I don't know if it started at 12 a.m. Eastern time. It's 10:40 p.m. here on September 22nd, but listen, we got some thoughts. We got some people going crazy on TikTok, okay? And I know I'm a little
I've
hyped
seen
up
the
for this,
pictures
but
of it
look, I
getting
just want to
bigger.
show you, okay? Got my Bible right here.
That thing looks
By the
crazy,
way, when I
but
was in the
now,
hospital for 14
nowadays you just
days,
never know what kind of tricks they're
and on
playing.
the Bible, I had some pretty crazy, serious
But
stuff happen to me.
imagine it's gonna be like the one day the internet cried wolf, and we all thought, oh, that's fake, that ain't shit, and then it's actually gonna be something.
Long story short, got 12 inches of my colon removed, okay? And also, I just want to show you guys the Action Bible. You can pick, dude, you can pick this up on freaking Amazon. And it's the coolest freaking rendition of the Bible. It's got like, it's just a comic book. So for all of those people that watch like, you know, Marvel, DC Comics, all that stuff, like, look at this. Look how freaking sick that is, yo. Bible. It's called the Action Bible. I'll drop the link in the description for you guys. But let's get started because I'm very excited over all the people going crazy on TikTok over the rapture.
This is why everybody thinks that tomorrow or Wednesday will be the end of the world. So this South African pastor had a vision and a dream. He had a dream where God appeared to him and told him that he is coming soon. In some of his visions, he could hear the sound of the 4 trumpets.
He's like, give me all your money because we're not going to live past tomorrow.
Where trumpets are being heard or
Bring me all your
sounded before
gold
the end
so
of
we can
the
give
world.
it to Jesus.
And people believe
We're not
this to
gonna
be
live after
real
tomorrow.
because the dates September 23rd and 24th align with the Jewish New Year, which some
that's what
Christians
it is, Jewish New
associate
Year
with the
today.
end of time prophecy. Now, in his visions, if this all comes true, he warns of a demon that will come down just like in the movie This Is the End, chase and consume
Enoch?
the remaining humans that have not been raptured. So that's all of you sinners.
Is this the book of
pastor
Enoch?
also mentioned these dates specifically were given to him
I
by
don't think I got
Jesus
TikTok
and
on
God
here.
during his visions and dreams to warn all of us to prepare to be raptured. So if you haven't asked God for forgiveness for your sins, probably now's a good time to do it. But what do you guys think about this?
So the reason that I find this video amusing and this whole trend amusing is because as someone who has survived Y2K, the 2012 Mayan calendar, and also I think there was like another rapture event around the 2012-ish era. I think it was like 2016 that people were also saying that the rapture was going to happen. You know, I'm not like this hardcore churchgoer, or at least I wasn't like as a kid. Like I got dragged to church when I was a kid. Still have Christian beliefs, very much a believer of Jesus Christ, God, all of that stuff. But you know, one verse comes to mind, which is Matthew 24:36, that literally says, however, no one knows the day or hour when these things will happen. Not even the angels in heaven or the Son himself. Only the Father knows. So
be responsible.
if people would just slow down on TikTok and not give into
Rapture
the
today?
hype, the trends, the craziness. I mean, like the Bible, you know, it's not saying like only the Father knows and a pastor in South Africa on TikTok will know, right? So it's clear as day. It's telling us right here that all of this is just nonsense because no one can predict like the time, the hour. No one knows.
This is a confirmation
Not even
of
Jesus.
the rapture. Or this woman this morning who went outside and started recording outside of her house saying that she didn't see anybody floating up to heaven, but she would report back to us later. Or this woman who said she lost her job, which means that's a confirmation of the rapture happening. And it all comes from this guy right here, Prophet Joshua, who is a pastor in South Africa, apparently went onto a podcast back in June and predicted that the rapture would be happening on September 23rd and September 24th. And this usually happens every single year. Some pastor somewhere.
We'll finish off these TikToks and then I gotta burn rubber.
Will end up making a prediction of the rapture, and that'll have all of these people get behind him and also say how they're also predicting the rapture. However, no one can predict when the rapture is happening. And this woman right here, who said that her daughter was speaking Hebrew, which was her confirmation, she said, "Goodbye, this is my last video. If the rapture does not happen today," she said she will come back and make an apology video for being duped. Why does everyone on the internet think that the rapture is?
So today is Rapture Day, and once again the claims are coming in that it's happening. Oh my God! Oh my God! It's happening! It's happening! No, and now that we're all still here, look, I get it. You were indoctrinated into this 19th century rapture idea and told this is what Christians have always believed. But even a basic look at Christian history shows the rapture as doctrine.
I mean, hasn't there been so many days in the past, like 20 years, that was supposed to be the end of the world, or the end of this, or the end of that?
Above all,
I mean, bro, it all started with Y2K.
It's not taking
remember
the mantle of what
Y2K was a
you've been
trip.
offered by Christ to release.
Well, today is the big day. I'm at work. Got me a little crack to start the day off with. But I'm at work waiting on Jesus to come pick me up. Yeah, I'm waiting on him. I want him to pick me up before my shift start, so he can come, you know. But I really wanted him to pick me up from the house because I had fixed him something to eat last night. So I got him a plate in the refrigerator. All I got to do is put it in the microwave, warm it up, let him eat before we head on out. And then I guess he's going to pick the rest of y'all up. And we supposed to be staying with his daddy, him and his daddy. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I don't know how big this house is that him and his daddy live in. He talking about all of us supposed to be staying together. I don't know. I don't get along with all y'all like that, so we'll see how it go. But yeah, I want him to get something to eat, get something in his stomach first, and I'll turn some water into wine so he can drink that, have him a little buzz, you know. And y'all can stop by the house. Now y'all can stop by the house and DM me. I'll give y'all the address. Y'all come over and eat something too before we head out. But yeah.
Abaro sent me this one. Is this a good one?
When you finally start moving up into the air, I recommend that you don't hold on to anything. I definitely don't recommend looking down. I think we learned that lesson from Lot's wife. Okay. When you finally start moving up into the air, I recommend that you don't hold on to anything. I definitely don't recommend looking down. I think we learned that lesson from Lot's wife. Okay.
From whose wife?
Thought he was gonna come in
Man,
midnight.
TikToks
That was
go
the
for a
reason why I
while,
cooked
huh?
last night.
Here we go.
God, it's happening, guys. It's happening! It's happening! Wow! It's happening.
We are in Cape Town.
It's happening.
Wow.
Oh my God, it's happening.
Look there.
I have tried to
this
record
ain't her. This is the other person.
So I'm hearing that the rapture may or may not happen today, according to people paying attention to what's going on with the Feast of Trumpets, Rosh Hashanah, and things.
I do believe the rapture is happening. Not today. It could be today, but I don't think it's happening today because y'all say it's happening today.
Oh, this
and
is
actually,
a
because y'all
Southern
are saying
peach
it's
right
happening
here.
today, I don't think it's going to happen. Y'all are making us look a little cuckoo. Giving your stuff away and, like giving your houses away and your cars. You do know he is going to come like a thief in the night. Jesus will not even know when he is coming back. God will say, okay.
But I wonder what we do if we know Jesus is coming back.
Guys, it's September 23rd. The rapture happened today. Or I mean, the rapture is going to happen today. It's 9:45 in the morning right now.
Jesus
I
gonna
say
be
the
rapturing
rapture is
all the
coming
broads.
at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Let me know in the comments.
So apparently the rapture is supposed to happen today and tomorrow, according to this South African preacher.
I give you 1,000,000,000% that on the 23rd or 24th, the rapture of the church.
Oh, he even rolled those
will
R's. You
take
know this was
place.
serious.
I'm
Him
asking-
and Mexican OT need to do
asking the world
a song together.
2026.
In 2025.
2025. Yes, 2025, yeah.
In 2025.
Oh, he's trying to spit game to these twins.
The topic has been trending.
So today is the rapture, and if this is on your For You page, then it was meant to find you. I hope it hit your For You page. I really do. What I'm going to need you to do, I'm suggesting this. I think this is a good idea. If you have been prepping your house for this to happen, if you have been putting papers together for people to find your loved ones, whoever, I need you today to put all that away. You don't got to worry about none of that stuff. You've already done the hard work.
There were people that actually believed that the rapture was happening today, and there were people that were selling their cars, selling other personal items because they won't need them because the rapture's coming. So,
Hey, if anyone's selling anything for the Lolo, let me know. I might try to buy that
if
shit.
the rapture actually does happen, if that actually does happen, us figuring it out beforehand would never happen. Like, this whole idea of, like, I saw a vision, because that's what it all started. There's a guy who claimed he had a vision of the rapture happening. If there was actually a thing called the rapture that would be happening based on a religion that people believe, we would not be able to figure it out beforehand. If it
And it's like, what are all the other religions believe in then? But, all right, I got to get out of here. I got burn rubber. I fuck with y'all. I think I should be on tomorrow, too. Trying to be consistent. But, yeah, I fuck with y'all. I'm out of here. Hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow.